Just you and I, Scott, so far.
Hmm. Yeah, it could be it. I don't know. It wasn't an announcement that we'd have a meeting, and I didn't think Drummond was coming because he's too busy, with his thing.
Yeah, he's moved on to FPP.
He's fighting. He's fighting for his life, and we could all relate to that. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I'll leave it up to you. What
Yeah,
were
I'm
you
gonna go to
thinking?
I usually
And
wait until 10 after I get a few things done, and if no one shows, then I mean actually it was announced, but only last night. So
right. Did you
anyway.
have an agenda? What were you going
Yeah,
to
it was
talk?
yeah, it was to review to review the inputs we received from the um public review. So
And what was that?
there were nothing that I would say was I don't substantive is the wrong word. There's nothing that changes the specification. There's some good clarifications. We were missing some informative normative statements, like just literally this is informative, this is normative. Um, some clarification on some words, some removal of there were three to-do items there. Like they're literally clerical things. So
Right.
it's good. The feedback was good. Um, there's one I want to discuss with Tim Boma. He tends to want more abstract definitions,
Yeah.
which I'm like, hey, great. That's you can describe it however you want, but there's no need to change it on this. But I want to make sure he agrees with that because he and I
Hmm.
actually sit on a lot of the Canadian standards, and I like the way that that they do the dispositioning of issues.
Yeah.
When they come in and here's the issue, here's our response, here's the discussion we had, vote, move on, type of thing. So you want to honor their commitment of putting stuff in, and someone took the effort to do it. So, but yeah,
So one of the things that needs to be on the docket here is preparing the review committee
yep, yep,
documentation. And I don't know if Drummond told you about that. You haven't been
yep. So I
necessarily
was in
involved.
I was in one of your meetings when that was presented. I like it, and that's on the list of make sure we make pass the checklist before we waste the steering committee's time.
Yeah. So now
Yep,
before, because at one point you want to get it done. Now
yep,
is the time to, while it's
totally.
quiet, is to start
Yep,
developing that documentation.
yep,
So
yep,
And Drummond and I can be your sponsor in the steering
yep,
committees. So it's fine. It's all good.
yep. And the question,
Okay.
I guess, question would be just while we have, a couple minutes, do you think like so we have options at Trust over IP of going through the tech stack working group, and getting a tech stack working group approved deliverable, which
You
is a
have to
formal
do that.
spec.
Right. Well, you have to do that because that's the sponsoring working group.
Right. Okay. So we have to do that before we go to the Trust over IP steering committee. Okay, cool. So
Correct.
just step it through. Yep. Cool.
Yeah. So you're handing it to Drummond. Drummond is then sponsor, he's the steering committee member
Yep.
that's bringing it, or, I'll let him do it because, I'm not a co-chair of the technical working group.
Yep.
So
Yep.
he'll have to, so I'd say you're going to see him personally. You say, can we get together when this dies down to talk about how do we tee up the review committee on that?
Yeah. Yeah. I like all of that except for the phrase "when this dies down."
Well,
Yeah.
and Drummond has, right. Well, I think it's better to say when you can crack an hour in,
Yep.
Drummond is not, and rightfully so. I think from now till February 23rd, he's going to be quite busy.
Yeah. Yeah. But
And
it's
then,
also on the preparation to meet to meet the checklist and stuff is just it's just good work to do. So
yeah, yeah.
a
So
lot
you
of it
take a
comes
look at
down
that.
to yeah, me spending a few hours locked away with good music on.
Yeah, or on a plane. I know
Yeah,
the flight from New York to Seattle. So I,
yeah, yeah. I was saying to my wife, when did that flight become short?
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
well, have a good day today. Enjoy your
You too.
travels, and look forward to. If you want to ping me before Monday, you now
Yep.
have the presentation. You can see the interaction. You can get
Yep.
I would view it just for, what did Drummond say that you could correct? Get some feedback on the reaction to this, and then you'll
Yep.
see some of the players I had shared with you, because
Yep.
you'll see mostly Jenny and Eric Pasoja. You'll see
Yep.
the cast of characters. Okay.
Well, I saw them on the meeting that I was on a couple weeks back as well, and it was funny. Somebody said something, well, they're not talking about technical things. I'm like, I don't really care because they were talking about good business things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was far more excited about that than I was about the
Yeah.
technical minutia.
Well, they all have constituents that they have to sell, so you have to provide the fodder, and
Yep.
non-technical is better because their constituents are not technical, you
Right.
know.
And they were presenting they were discussing some of the problems they have,
Right.
right? And it
Good.
wasn't, I don't know what signature format to use. Like, I don't care about that. Just
Right.
don't. Yeah.
Right. We're dealing
Cool.
solving business problems, right? Okay.
Exactly.
All
Cool.
right. I'm pulling away. I think no one else is joining, so
Yep.
gives you
Me
another
too.
hour of
I'm
freedom.
gonna try and do this review out of band through Discord, but we'll see if that works.
Sounds good. All right.
Thanks, dude.
Bye-bye.
Bye.